What's going on, YouTube? Let me just get right into it. Happy Monday, by the way. Let's go out and get it. But here's the deal. Put the video up yesterday, and thank you guys for all the feedback you gave me. Some of you guys have proven to me of why there are only 3% of people in the world today that are real wealthy. Why? Let me break this down one by one. Some of you guys think that the statement that I made yesterday was kind of blown out of my butt. Think about it. Well, what about the people who were born with disabilities? They didn't choose to be poor. Who told you that a person with a disability is destined to be poor? Remember when I was gone and I said, hey guys, I was in the woods and I've been gone for 3 weeks. I haven't been able to put my videos up. On one of those times that I was gone, there's a guy who has no arms, no legs. And I can't think of his name, but some of you guys have probably seen him on YouTube. He's a motivational speaker. But before he became a motivational speaker, he's a self-made millionaire. Stock trade by trading, he was a day trader, self-made millionaire. Now, if those who are mentally disabled, then okay, maybe we may have a situation with that. But that's not what I'm talking about. Some of you guys are disabled and your body is fully capable of doing everything. Why are you disabled? Because in your mind you think, well, in a capitalistic society, somebody has to suffer. Suffer. So let me give you an example. If you are a person who has a job right now, do you have to remain working the job? Or can you one day wake up and say, you know what? I've worked a job for 10 years. It's time for me to start hiring employees. It's time for me to work for myself. Who's stopping you? Yourself. So people kill me. I don't like the capitalistic government. Somebody has to suffer. It's hogwash. You don't have to remain a student for the rest of your life. You know what makes you suffer? You know what keeps you at a job? Is you going out and buying materialistic items like cars, houses you can't afford because you feel that you need to have a house, even though you didn't do the proper work and save time. I mean, not save time, and save your money for a huge down payment. You chose to go out and drink it up, gamble it up, buy things that wasn't going to put money back in your pocket. So you chose to suffer yourself. Everything in life, again, is a choice. But see, some of you guys say, all you do is read books and give you knowledge. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay. I just left Nepal. Probably one of the most poorest countries in the world. Abdul, you couldn't have seen successful people there. Wow. I told myself many times, maybe I should live in Nepal. Why? Because the expenses is very low. So I met some men that, I'll give you an example. I met a guy who said, hey, I had an order of 75,000 pieces. Now you think that, oh, they work over there, they make $3-4 or something like this, whatever. You multiply $75,000 times $3.50 or $4. That's just one. This guy has customers out of the world. I've met guys who live in mansions. Mansions. I've met men who make $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a week. Then you say, okay, well, that's just Nepal. Let's go to Nicaragua. I've met men who were millionaires. Talk to them, sit down with them, pick their mind, because I used to think there is no way a person in a third world country can be successful. I was sadly mistaken. Even in a third world country, it's your mindset. It's what you choose to do. Choose to do. Now, I would be naive to say every third world country is this way, but you can be successful in a third world country. But see, some of you guys just try to make excuses. You try to look for something just to say that, hey, I found a situation where you can't be poor. And some of you guys are living right here in the good old US of A, and you're poor, and you make statements like, well, I'm content with what I have. You know, I'm always afraid of people who make comments like that. Well, money isn't everything, but you're the same people that if somebody was to bring up a conversation about money or talk about finance, you know nothing about it. You know nothing about it, but you don't want to look bad, because people don't want to look bad. People want to, feel great about themselves. So they just make these little sly comments like, "Oh, money isn't everything. I don't need money." You don't need money, right? But at the same time, if something comes in your life, because life happens whether you need money or not. When you get that news that you have to have surgery, or you have to have chemo, right, for your cancer, and your insurance company tell you that, hey, it's experimental and they won't pay, and the doctors are looking for hundreds of thousands of dollars, then is money everything? How are you going to come up with that? You're just going to go bankrupt? A lot of us didn't want to have the Obamacare plan, so we said we can pay for these things out of our pocket. You know, I talked to a Canadian one time. He said, only in America can a person become bankrupt from medical. So what I'm trying to say is this. Guys, stop making excuses. The capitalistic government is not holding you down and making you suffer. Oh, sorry for you. No, you're making it hard for you. You're making yourself suffer. Let's continue the conversation. Let's start the dialogue. Let's talk about what I'm saying. I'm not shooting this from my butt. Even in third world countries, even in the USA, you can be successful. All you have to do is change your thinking. I've changed my thinking from 10 years ago, and I've seen dramatic success. I've seen a lot of success only because I changed my thinking. So, with that said, guys, happy Monday. Until we meet again, signing off.